Boy, Logs Weaver shot himself a nice 9-point buck. Alright, my brother is going to go ahead and do his little review on his little story on the 9-10-point buck he shot in Sullivan County 2018. First day of rifle hunting for Pennsylvania. He's going to do his little story on this miracle buck. We call it a miracle because the story when he tells you is literally something else.
Alright, so we get in our stand about maybe 6 o'clock. Officially ready, waiting for shooting light, legal time. We're sitting there, nothing, not seeing anything. It's very windy up in the tree. The rain starts to start about 8:30, and I figured, you know, we already had plans of walking around and looking for deer, maybe stalking up on something, but I figured the rain with the snow, it would be a good mix. You know, you can see stuff, and it's very hard to hear. It's very hard for the deer to hear you if you're taking your time in the rain. So we got down about 9 o'clock. We were hunting this swamp, and we decided to take a walk around it. And we eventually came across a guy who was coming down this trail that was right behind the swamp. We stopped, waited for him to move on. And so we kept going along the swamp, figured we'd come out to the main trail, an old railroad bed, and we'd head on down to my brother, and we figured, you know, that'll be it for this swamp. Check what he's on him. So we get up closer towards the trail, and I look above us and I see this other trail the guy was walking on. I said, you know what, it'll be easier to get out there to get to the main drag. We got to the trail, and all of a sudden I just stopped, and my dad comes up to me. I don't remember why I stopped. Dad comes up to me and he says, "Hold on, there's a deer, there's a deer." At this point, I don't know where he's talking about. I go ahead and I kind of step into his view. I'm looking around. All of a sudden I see a tail flicker, and so I scope him out. The first thing that comes up in the scope is his left tine. This whole thing right here. I saw that and I was like, okay, it's a buck. Since I'm a junior, I have a junior's license, I can shoot any buck as long as it's 3 inches, I think. 3-inch tines.
3-inch tines, yep.
3-inch tines. So, scope him out, look for right behind the shoulder. First shot, we're not too sure if it was the first shot or my third shot that put him down. But first shot, he starts running real slow, and he gets up to us, and he's coming at us. We were in the thickets, so I'm pretty sure he didn't know exactly where we were, but he starts running at us to about 30 yards. I'm looking through the bushes, trying to find him, pick a shot, pick a lane. I fire another one on him, and he just keeps going. Maybe for another 10 yards, he stops. And right there, I put another shot on him right behind the shoulder as best I can, picked my lane through the branches, and after that, he was just gone. Maybe we decided to fill up our clip again. We went up to the trail. The first shot that I put on him, I went up to there. It's about 50 yards. Checked around there, no blood. Looking for trash tracks in the snow. None. I'm not seeing anything. My dad goes up to the first or second shot. I took 3 shots on this deer. He's going to look for my last 2 shots. And sooner or later, he comes across some fresh tracks along the trail, and he looks up, sees a good blood trail all the way up this hill, and sooner or later he spots this deer laying down on this little hillside. So he crashed about maybe 5 or 10 yards away from my last shot, and we believe it's either the first or second shot we put him in. I don't know, probably can't see it. It was a heart shot, first or last shot. Definitely not the second.
So exit around here somewhere.
Exits around here somewhere.
Yep, that's cool. What do you think as a moral of the story?
Moral of the story is buck down.
Buck down, okay, make it simple. Basically, guys, I wanted to make the story because Logan was not expecting to see anything. He was out for pretty much a stroll out of the woods. he was just taking an extra route. You know, and that goes to show that hunting isn't always about skill. Anybody can shoot a big buck. Anybody can be out in the woods and have opportunities at big buck. You just have to be there when the moment arises. And Logan was there, and Logan was experiencing something that not many people in their lifetime will be able to experience without being in the woods, you know. And he shot a 9-point buck. Something that I want to show you guys here is he has a little kicker that's about 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches at the very bottom. Now, down below, right down below in the comments, would you consider that a point, or would you consider that a kicker? I mean, it's obviously a kicker, but some people consider it as a point, some people don't consider it as a point. So right down below, if you guys consider that a point, Logan's curious as to what you know, and I am too. So yeah, this is going to be concluding Logan's story of the luckiest buck alive in our family. So that's pretty cool. And if you did enjoy this, please subscribe and comment down below. Hope you guys had a good season, and be sure to shoot some nice doe in the later weeks of Pennsylvania rifle season.